Alright, I just had probably the worst experience in my entire life when it comes to dining experiences. Let me set this up, okay? Currently, obviously, I'm not in my room right now. And that's because I am currently on vacation in South Carolina. There is also a cat that is walking by, so if I look in this direction, I'm looking at the cat. At the same time, I'm visiting a family. That's the whole point that I'm here. So, yesterday, we decided to meet my great uncle, my great aunt, so that, we can have a little talk. We're going to do over dinner because that's what people do. Little did I know, this would be the worst experience I've ever had. So we go to the restaurant, right? Hunky dory, everything's great. We sit down, AC's dead. And the thing about South Carolina is that it is humid as fuck. I have never been to a more humid place in my entire life. We got like 85% humidity out here. It's crazy. So we get here, right? We go in, no AC, no big deal. It's not humid, it's just hot. I can deal with hot, I can't deal with humid. So I'm okay. And we get our server, and we're at this place. I'm not gonna name it, but it's a Japanese sushi place essentially, right? And so we sit down. We get this waitress that comes over, and she was not the nicest person I've ever met in my life. Like, I was trying to be positive. I really was. I was trying to be really positive. I kept my composure. Everything was good. Me and my great aunt were the two most positive people there, while my great uncle was just joking around. My grandma and my mom were probably the negative people in the group. So, we don't have the nicest waitress in the world, but, the only weird thing about this waitress is that every time my grandmother spoke, she would give her a dirty look, like a look of disgust. Like, why are you ordering type look? Why are you here type look? And, and it was crazy. So, we order our food, and I understand it's a big order. We ordered a lot because, it's 5 people. We ordered appetizers, and we ordered entrees, and we ordered a little sushi. So we had like 3 things going for us here. And I understand it's a big order. I get it. But what you're about to hear is why I got mad. So we're waiting. It's been about 30 minutes, which is a fine time. We get half our appetizers. All right? We get some pot stickers, and we get some shrimp, right? And so, we only got half the appetizers, though. And then we got the other half later on. So it didn't even come at once. We didn't order as many appetizers as we did entrees at all. So we get the appetizers, it's good. We're eating. I'm having some pot stickers, because I don't know why I ordered that. It wasn't the best thing I've ever had in the world. It wasn't the worst, though. And my grandmother also ordered pot stickers, and she ate half of them. There are 6 on a plate, and she was left with 3. And then people come over, and they're taking our plates, and they legitimately go over to her side, and they take the plate full of pot stickers and take it away from her. And, I was kind of baffled at that point. I'm like, well, she was clearly eating it. You saw her eating it. Why would you take the plate away? Did it anyway. So they take the plate away and everything. We're like, why would you do that? And then we talked to them. We're like, excuse me, she wasn't done eating her appetizers. And they gave us more attitude because all these people did was give attitude. It was kind of... I'm trying to keep my composure still at this point. I'm pretty positive, pretty good, positive outlook. And then the manager comes over. And the manager's this really awkward, socially awkward person. And so she comes over, and, I can't really understand what she's saying, but, we never got our entrees yet, and she brings us the bill. She has her numbers flipped. She brings us the bill. Might I add, this bill is probably the most expensive thing I've ever seen in my livelihood. Sushi Tomo is cheaper than this. Like, this was mind-boggling to me, how much this bill actually costed. And we got the bill before we got entrees. My mom hasn't even had food yet, and we're getting a bill. And so at the same time, we're trying to ask her, we need to order the bill separately. not order the bill. We gotta split the bill separately because there's two parties here, all right? There's my great aunt and my great uncle, and then there's me, my mom, and my grandmother. It was two separate parties. She gave us a bill collected all. We requested this at the beginning when we first sat down. We said, just so you know, in the future, we'll be getting the bill separately. So she brings us one bill, and then we bring the question like, where are the entrees? And then they're all like, because then my great uncle actually gets his entree. I think he's the only one that gets an entree, and I get two sushi. Might I say, these two pieces of sushi cost $8. Like, they are ripping people off here. Like, if it was worth $5, I would be okay with ordering two pieces of sushi. But it's $8. $4 per sushi? Are you out of your damn mind? So we get the I get the sushi. I have it. You know, it's sushi. We waited an hour and 15 minutes for the sushi, by the way. Okay, you're not cooking anything. You're not cooking anything. I don't expect the sushi to be quick because I understand. There's some technique involved. You gotta roll everything. Everything has to be meshed together perfectly. I get that. But it should not take an hour. And there was no one at this restaurant. I just want to make that clear. There was no one. It wasn't busy. It wasn't anything. And we get our food an hour later. And we get the bill 15 minutes or 50 minutes when we sit down. So we get like half the entrees after. Not even half the entrees. We still have 3 people that haven't been fed yet. And so my grandmother cancels her order. It was a hibachi scallop. We both ordered the hibachi scallops. So she cancels hers, and I just never get mine. My mom got the steak hibachi or something like that. It was meat, because I remember when the waitress got our ticket, she came back like 10 minutes later saying, how would you want that cooked? I'm like, wouldn't you want to ask that like when you were over here? But I was okay with that because, people make mistakes, okay? We're human, all right? We make some simple mistakes. A lot more mistakes to come. So we get half the entrees, and she updates the bill, and she gives us the bill, and we're like, again, she gave us it a second time, the split bill this time. And we're all like, we didn't get half this food. And she's all like, no, you did. We're like, no, you did. Do you see a plate here? No, I don't. I don't see a plate of my scallops here, so no. And so she updates the bill, and apparently my scallops was worth $50. They tried to get $50 out of me. On the menu, it said it was $20.95. And they wanted to get $50 out of me. That was insane that they wanted that much money. So they take it off, and we only pay for like the appetizers and the drinks. I got water, so I didn't have to pay for that. Thank God for that. Thank you, United States of America, for not making us have to pay for water. And, my great uncle and I were just eating the sushi because there's nothing else for us to eat. We're starving here. And we get the bill. When she hands us the bill, we immediately put the money. We immediately put the card, and they just walked away. They walked away, and they didn't come back for probably a good half an hour. And so my grandmother's pissed at this point. So she calls them over. She takes it. This is the manager, by the way. I guess we switched servers. They say that they swapped servers because our original server didn't want to be with us anymore. All right, I guess we were fired from being, her customers. And so she comes back with the change because my grandmother paid cash because she just wanted to get the fuck out, as did my great aunt. And they get back, and this is what she says. I'll never forget it. So, about the tip, because there's 2 of us, I just wanted to make sure. I'm like, ma'am, I'm sorry, you are not getting a tip. And I'm just over here laughing. I didn't even say that. I was just laughing because she straight up asked us. She asked us for a tip. She asked us for a tip. You don't do that. I have never, ever been to a restaurant where the manager comes up to me and asks for a tip. I have never seen that done before. Ever. So she comes up, she asks for a tip, and I'll never forget what my granduncle says. He goes like, no, you blew it. Okay, you blew it. And he's all like, and he says this when she's like right next to him. Oh, thank God I can actually speak now, okay? They didn't poison my food or anything. And I was just over here laughing. That was probably the funniest thing. Because then she leaves. She leaves, and she comes back, and she tried to, like, sneak in a tip again. It was really funny. And I'm like, you're not going to get paid anything, because the bill was so much. If we paid her tip, she would have gotten, like, $10. They didn't even give us half our order. They didn't even give us the entrees. We didn't get any entrees. We got one entree, which was sushi. They didn't cook anything. They just did sushi. And so that was probably the worst experience ever. And then we're leaving, and I'll never forget, I turn around, alright, and she is really mad at me. I can just tell she's so frustrated inside. I'm like, you still got, like, a ton of money for us not getting anything. We should have gotten, like, at least the drinks for free, okay? The drinks were, like, $4 a pop, alright? They were charging a lot at this restaurant, and it was not, like, some high-class, high-end food. And, you know, I was just mind-boggled at what happened. I still, like, a day later, cannot believe a waitress asked a tip from me. I can't believe it. I can't. And the worst part is that they would have, since it's a split bill, the tip would have been collected. It would have been like $20 tip. It would have been insane. The bill was really expensive, even without it. And they tried to get more money out of me, because they added $30 extra to my scallop order. They made it worth $50 when it's worth $21 on the menu. And so, I'm never going to this place again. I'm pretty sure we're actually probably banned. I wouldn't be surprised if we were banned, because, you know, my mom and grandmother do not keep their composure in those situations. I did, thank God. My great uncle was just joking. We were just talking and joking the entire time, because I have a fishing vlog coming out later, and we were planning for that. And so it was just never. And it's a chain restaurant too, and so I'm not gonna say what they are, because I know they're not. They're only, like, on the East Coast, and I don't think they're gonna get a lot of business, which is fine. But man, for the past 3 days I've been here, I've had some of the worst experiences eating and everything else was. I got another story. Alright, I got the full story of my American airline experience, which was probably the worst 12 hours of my life, because I've never dealt with a technical problem on a plane before. I've only dealt with weather delays. I've not dealt with a technical problem. And we'll get into that in another video, because that's a story for itself. But in the end, I'm pretty sure I'm 86 from this restaurant anyway, but I'm not going back. And I've just had really crappy eating experiences out here. I've gone to 3 restaurants, and only one of them have turned out good. I've had 2 other crap experiences, food and service-wise. And so, yeah. Sorry for the rant, and I hope you all have a good day. Tahoe videos are still coming out. We got like 8 more of them. Fishing vlog coming soon. American Airlines story coming soon. Yeah, that's been it. Peace.